Hello. Oh, that was
Woo woo.
weird. That was weird. Hey everybody, we have a link tree. You can find all of our stuff there. That's Twitch, Twitter, Patreon, YouTube, Tiltify, where we raise money for Color of Change. And I'm working on my next Patreon thing for the Mixed Monstrosities Patreon. And just some guesses to what it is. Well, not some guesses, some hints. A certain character went into the public domain recently. But not the Disney version. So he has to be naked. Winnie the Pooh.
I'm here for that.
Oh.
Speaking of Pooh, that's it for announcements. Last we left off, speaking of Pooh,
Welcome to the shit show.
the party arrived in the domain of Dementlieu and were being watched by somebody in an alleyway in a masquerade outfit. They decided to go down an alleyway to avoid prying eyes and were met with a woman who was staring at a wall, smiling. And upon approaching the woman, she turned around and her eyes were looking in opposite directions, and her smile was getting so large that it was splitting the flesh around her cheeks. And then she attacked with a needle that was growing out of her hand. You know, as you do. They defeated the woman, and a figure appeared that was the figure that was staring at the party from the alley. And he introduced himself as Raphael Bernard Dupont. And that he was spying on the characters to see if they were replacements. And mentioned that the people of this domain, of this city, have been replaced and have been acting strange, but they don't attack their own. So he told the party that it wasn't safe on the streets, and they followed him to his headquarters in the sewers. He told the party they needed to be disguised to blend in with the city, as everybody in the city was wearing masquerade outfits and masquerade masks. And he took them into the sewers to his base of operations, passing a fatberg, which was a solidified mass of fat, waste, and linens in the sewer, bypassed it, mentioning that the people of the city do not come into the sewers because the people of this domain are anti-filth, so no one comes into the sewers to clean it ever. So the party entered Raphael's base of operations and met one Eliott Humble, a interesting individual. And the party also brought the corpse of the woman on the street, and Raphael, Milton, and Eliott performed an autopsy on the body. And not wanting to watch the autopsy, Pitt hid in a wardrobe. Raphael also mentioned the party needed to blend in with some outfits, so he gave the party masquerade outfits and masquerade masks of their choosing. And we'll get to what Thalia's is in a minute. Because they pointed at Thalia's outfit and said, yeah, you're not going to blend in with that mask and all your other accoutrements. So, yeah. Eventually, during the autopsy, the party deduced that this body, the flesh on this body, was a mixture of wax and actual biological flesh, and that the eyeballs of this body didn't actually belong to the person this wax figure was replacing. So it was all very strange. So the party deduced they were going to go investigate the wax museum in town. That's where they went. And as they went to the wax museum, they passed by Madeliene's house and saw a strange sight. Somebody walking out the front door, changing their shape multiple times. And a bunch of people gathered in the backyard of the house, not moving and just staring at one another, and then slowly turning their heads when the party walked by. The party eventually got to the wax museum, the House of Wax, broke in, and began their investigation in the wax museum. eventually culminating in them attempting to get through the workshop door leading into the basement. Eliott triggered a trap and caused a plume of strange gas to be expelled from this bust sitting next to the door, which rendered Thalia, Madeliene, and Raphael into a comatose state. The party tried slapping them awake, shaking them awake, and all sorts of things, but could not wake the three unconscious individuals. Long story short, Eliott crammed the bodies, their unconscious, not bodies, unconscious friends at the top of the staircase, sort of all flopping around on each other, and descended into the basement and saw the corpse of the wax museum owner splayed out on a table. But also heard the sound of somebody humming in a back room along with a phonograph playing music. Upon alerting this individual in the workshop back room, the person who was laying on the table, or somebody who looked like the person who was laying on the table, walked out of the back room, told the party they didn't belong here, and transformed into this massive amorphous blob of wax. The party fought the blob of wax before it scurried off into a drain in the floor and off into the sewers. And that's where we're going to pick up, with Pitt, Professor, and Eliott in the basement, and Thalia, Madeliene, and Raphael unconscious at the top of the stairs, just passed out.
Fascinating. It got away, though.
Eliott's gonna help Pitt up, because I'm pretty sure Pitt was.
Yeah, Pitt just is like waking up, and Pitt just like starts like smacking the side of their right leg for a couple seconds, and then they're just like, what, Eliott, what happened? As like she's like standing up with his help.
You were knocked out. The wax thing slipped through the grate there. So I think we'll be alright.
And just a reminder, the grate's like this big around.
Yeah. Not a means that we can go through, but we know it's in the sewers now, which could be good or bad, dependent. I'm gonna check back here, and he's gonna walk
Into like the back
past
room.
the professor, to where the.
Okay.
I will go see what they were working on.
That's the room that Eliott's
Back in
going
there.
into.
Yeah.
So you're both going into the same room.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to be alone. And Pitt's like, nope, fuck that.
Okay. The back room in the workshop is empty aside from a metal stand where a phonograph sits with a wax cylinder set into it playing. It's no longer playing music. The phonograph itself is gold and built into a deck of deep, dark red wood. On the northern wall is a map of the city, where the Duchess's estate has been circled with red ink. On the eastern wall is a series of closed, small stacked wooden crates. Written in ink beside the estate are the words, "Replace, period, Duchess, period. Take other bodies to the sewer."
Eliott's gonna unpin it from the wall,
Okay.
or take it down,
Mm-hmm.
roll it up. Well, actually, he's gonna fold it up, and he's gonna open his
Okay.
physician's bag and place it in there and close it. Raphael could shed a little bit more light on that. These crates, do we have a means of opening it, Professor?
They're not bolted or shut or anything. You can easily just lift the lids up.
Okay. So,
Are they dusty?
No.
Okay.
In the crates are hacked up pieces of humanoid skin. Like full skin suits that are actual flesh have been hacked up.
can Eliott, he's going to roll up his sleeve a bit, about to the elbow, and he's going to reach his hand in and start. He's going to look for, or try to feel for, anything that would be not organic.
It makes a loud, kind of wet, squelching noise as you stick your hand in, and you can get some of the skin that's closer to the bottom, because it hasn't had any airflow, is kind of liquefied.
I'm grossed out.
And you can feel the same like texture. Like a lot of this skin has also been mixed with wax, like you detected on the one body, or the one construct thing.
This is where he builds it, I imagine. Maybe he's gonna. Oh, I don't know. All right. He's gonna pull his arm out and reach back into his bag and get like a kind of semi-filthy rag and try to wipe some of the gunk off.
Okay.
And then he's gonna just toss the rag in the crate before closing it.
Okay. And also, there were the cabinets in the previous room that were full of all those chemicals.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
But that's all
It's
that's in here. That's all that's in the workshop room.
Is the musical device, is it big enough? Like, could Ellie like carry it?
Yeah.
Okay. He'll pick it up and keep it under one arm.
All right.
The arm that he had all the nasty flesh in.
Sure.
And he'll walk out.
Okay. And then, yeah, that's all that's in the back room. It kind of just looks like the person, wherever they were, the wax thing was just standing in front of the phonograph, not doing anything. And then you're back into the workshop that has like the cabinets on the walls filled with chemicals, and then the metal skeleton and the actual museum owner's body on tables. And your friend's unconscious at the top of the stairs.
So you get the right side, I get the left. Is it like, are the cabinets flanking this?
Yeah, they're flanking
Okay.
the door that leads to the workshop back room.
Oh, yes.
Eliott will begin to inspect the chemicals on the left-hand side.
In the cabinets, you find 2 jars labeled microcrystalline wax, 2 jars labeled paraffin wax, 3 vials of acid, and 4 vials of a bright blue color labeled antidote, and a single vial of a banana yellow color labeled the long sleep.
Okay. He'll take 3 vials and he'll give them to Pitt. Go administer these to the other 3.
Should we wait when they're not in a stairwell?
No.
I just don't want them to fall down the stairs if they wake up freaking out. But okay, you're the doctor.
Start with
And-
one. Raphael's pretty level-headed, so start with
Okay.
him.
And Pitt will go off and take one of the antidotes. Does it look like I have to like pour it down their throat,
Yeah.
just like they have to like
No,
okay.
pour it down the throat.
They're gonna tilt Raphael's head back, pop that vial open, and just pour it down their throat.
Okay. A couple minutes goes by, and he sits upright screaming, and then shakes his head and he's back to consciousness.
Are you okay?
Yeah, what happened?
You had a bit of a nap. There was a little bit of a trap. Everything's fine. Everything's cool. Eliott handled things, and the professor.
Alright, I'm gonna go look out, check to see what's going on downstairs, and he walks down the stairs.
And then Pitt's gonna to Thalia and Madeliene
Okay.
gonna. They're gonna back up a couple feet so they don't get the full brunt of the
Okay.
screaming.
A few minutes pass for both of them, and then both Thalia and Madeliene sit upright screaming. And then kind of snap out of it.
That's what happened.
You had a nap. There was some gas. No, you're awake and it's fine. It's good. It's good. It's fine. It's fine.
I feel hungover. Are you okay? Is everyone else okay?
Oh we're totally okay. It's fine. We're just downstairs having the good. Oh, just come downstairs. We'll show you. Just look with your eyes.
All right, I'll get up slowly and make my way down.
Can I just go back to sleep?
I didn't get that vial. Sorry.
But there is a vial.
Go ask the professor about it.
Fine. Thalia will stomp down the stairs.
And when Thalia leaves, Pit just going into that reliquary, and she's just making sure Ham the snake is okay.
Yep.
This little pet puts him back in, and then she goes back to join the group.
Okay.
I'd like to take a look at the map. And
Eliott has that
so-
in his case.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Um,
But he would, if Raphael would have came down, he would have
Okay.
pointed it out. So Raphael probably would have it at the moment.
Yes, Raphael's looking at the map.
I'll glance over his shoulder then. So it looks like perhaps they have not yet gotten to the judges, which is good. Have you found anything to the group at large that perhaps suggests where they came from, or goals outside of just taking over the realm?
Not here. Nothing in the cabinets either.
It just says something about taking the other bodies into the sewer. So it could be using the sewer as sort of a prison, storage. The missing people could be in the sewer.
Yes, they the creature it moved down through this sewer grate. So maybe if we find an access point that's close here, and we can look about around here, maybe.
Right?
Yeah, we could. Yeah. What? So what was it? And then he kind of noticed, too preoccupied with the map. Then he notices that the wax museum owner is laying dead on a table. He's like, "Oh, that's interesting. So what was it that attacked?"
Oh my, I don't know. It very curious creature. Wax.
It was an amorphous type of entity that mostly made of wax, from what I could tell. Wax, and it would ignite, it would light, but that seemed to do more harm in the long run than good. But
Noted.
So not like the automatons we've seen elsewhere, that they have built a skin out of flesh. It was itself made of wax.
it seemed as though the only thing that I could think is that maybe it has an ability to look how it wishes to look. It looked just like before it attacked and engaged us. It looked like the man there, and he points at the museum proprietor, Alexander Ducia. Are you three all right? Said
Yeah, I'm
antidote
fine.
worked.
Just a little foggy.
He's gonna toss Raphael the two vials, the micro something wax and the other wax. I can't miss the name. Yeah, he's gonna toss those to him.
I've used these in. I've used this kind of stuff in autopsies, or not autopsies, but
Bowling?
yeah, like for like funeral preparation and stuff. We would like reconstruct the face and use these.
There's a couple crates in the other room there that are filled with bits and pieces of both flesh and some of the wax flesh. So maybe they were using that as a means of reconstructing, rebuilding. I don't know.
Or even discard. It could be discard.
Yeah, the extra bits. Yeah.
Before I go in that room, is anything identifiable, and are there personal effects
Nope.
in there?
he had this, and he's gonna hold up the
Phonograph.
phonograph. He's gonna set it on the table with the mechanical one. Can he like crank it, like wind it, like
Yeah, you
try
can.
to get it to play?
Yeah.
Oh,
You're,
God,
you're
I
cranking,
don't
and
like
it
that.
just
But
starts.
he's gonna do it. Yeah, he's
It
gonna
starts
try to
playing
see if
this
there's a
really
way to-
weird music, and as it does, you can see the body, like the metal, like skeletons, start to twitch a little.
He's gonna stop it.
It stops twitching.
I don't like that. That's not.
Oh my.
This is a way to jumpstart the process of.
Oh, when you do start it, I need perception checks from everybody too.
Okay. Oh, oof. Good fucking start
Yeah.
there.
Nat
Oh.
1 here.
That one as well.
Raphael, Raphael got a 10. Okay. Thalia,
I got a 7.
Pitt,
17.
Madeliene.
13.
Sorry, what was that?
13. 1
13.
3.
Pitt. Through the music, you thought you heard footsteps upstairs, and now you no longer hear footsteps.
Eliott?
He's gonna try to. Should we test it? Oh yes, Pitt.
I don't think you should test it.
Oh, we should definitely test it.
We need to
Why
see-
wouldn't we?
How far it progresses.
I could have sworn when you were playing that, you were looking at that's what I'm twitching, but it sounded like someone was like walking around upstairs.
Oh, nonsense.
So we should ask them what's going on.
It's a valid point.
I don't hear anyone walking around.
It was when Eliott was making the music.
Are you
So
sure?
they probably sat down. They probably
Yeah,
just heard the
I'm-
music
But
and
there
was like,
wouldn't-
let's dance.
There wouldn't be anyone else in here. It's too late.
But what if it was another skeleton?
There's always people in places where they shouldn't be. Like, that's kind of the whole point of like a rebellion or rebellious phase, you know? Like,
People don't really do that here, though.
Thalia, would you like to check it out with me?
I
Just
would
have a
love to check
peek
it
at-
out. Come on, let's
Let's go.
go.
Okay.
Yeah.
You run upstairs. Okay. Where are you going?
I'm just gonna look around.
Up
Okay.
the stairs.
Okay,
Probably,
you're up the
probably
stairs,
somewhere
and
within
then
range that.
You're at the top of the
that-
stairs,
oh.
and then there's the showrooms, the showrooms where all the wax figures are on the left and the right.
So here's what I'm thinking. We should split up. You take the left, I take the right.
Oh, before you do, and he'll like, and all of his armor will go away, and then he'll like, we found this, and it's kind of lost on me, but it is quite useful. And he hands you this really, I guess. How would you describe it, Justin? It's like it's a red rose.
It's a red rose.
Wreathed in fire.
Only when you're holding it.
Now, this makes you resistant to fire.
Is that a legitimate concern in this place? Like, is that something I have to worry about? Is fire?
Well, yes, if Pete keeps throwing fire at a thing that uses fire against us.
Okay, give me.
And he'll hand it over, and you can add a red chromatic rose. It's an item that you can just add in.
Yeah, if you're holding the rose, it like gives you resistance to fire damage up to a certain amount. And then you can use an action to blow all the petals off the rose and basically cast a cone of fire. But then that destroys the rose. Yeah.
But it's only one use, yeah, if you do that. So
That's sexy.
yeah.
And there's rose vines like growing all along the walls of the interior of this wax museum. Yeah, you have the showroom to the left and the showroom to the right where all these wax figures are.
All right, Professor, you take the left, I'll take the right.
Yes.
All right.
Boom.
Okay.
Boom.
The wax figures are all in various poses.
I will inspect them to see if any of them seem to be in a position of, or like a pose of movement.
You can make an investigation
If
check.
they started to move. Okay. Boop. Dirty 20.
Can't really tell because you really didn't investigate this room before, so you're not really sure if any of them have actually moved around. But in the room you're in, Professor, your side, 5 of them, there's 15 in your side and there's 15 on Thalia's side, and 5 of the ones in your room all have pinprick-sized holes in their palms.
Oh, this is curious.
Kind of like the one in the street that had a needle come out.
Mm-hmm. I guess, so because he was a part of the dissection, he knows, like, there's some type of mechanism in, like, this part of, in, like, the forearm. And he's gonna put his armor back up.
Okay.
And, like, kind of, manipulate that
It
part of
doesn't
the
move.
forearm
Doesn't move.
to, like, okay. Cool.
This is like it's stiff. It just doesn't.
Okay.
Thalia, what are you doing on your side?
I'm taking my dagger and I'm poking each and every single one of them.
All right. You poke about. I should describe this room. Sorry. The showroom smells heavily of scented, flowery perfumes and roses. Small, strange sets are scattered about the room, like sets, like a diner, not a diner, a bar, a ballroom, that kind of stuff, where wax figures are posed. Such scenes include a family dinner, a masquerade ball, and a choir of children. There's some creepy-looking wax children.
And kids. They always ruin my day.
There's a lot more scenes. Too many to describe. In total, with both showrooms, there are about 30 total wax figures. The wax figures are so well made; they look like a living person. And on the walls are more of those vine growths where more red roses grow. And you start stabbing the 15 wax figures on your side, and 5 of them give resistance. Like you hear a kink, like you're stabbing metal, while the rest you just glide into wax.
Does the professor hear
No.
that?
No.
Okay.
So the ones that I feel resistance on,
Yeah.
if I pull my dagger out, does it like leave a mark?
Yeah, like in the wax, but you look up at the one you just finished stabbing, and it kind of you swear you saw its eyes look down at you.
All of the ones that I felt resistance on, she's gonna go and she's gonna make an additional like slash, like just down the cheek,
Okay.
just to mark them as
Okay.
resistant.
And then as you do
Or
that,
resistant.
you swear you see the eyes move again, just kind of like those paintings where it looks like the eyes are following you. It's kind of like that. Just
Well, you know, I am a theater kid, so I do love an audience, so I don't mind.
and the ones in your room that are giving the resistance are the children.
I'm gonna kick one of them. Just
Okay. Make an unarmed strike.
that man.
You'll hear that. You'll hear like a thud against one of them.
Something that might not have been mentioned in the recap was that we also figured out that destroying their head or the little thing in their chest cavity
Causes them to
would
explode.
create essentially a fireball spell.
6th level fireball.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm
So-
just kicking them in the knees.
Okay, you kick it in the knee, and all you hear is a dunk. Eliott and Pitt, you guys are in the Eliott, Pitt, and Madeliene and Raphael are all in the basement. You can hear like ting, thud, thud.
This seems like a really, really bad idea of them going up there.
Eliott,
Mhm.
are you holding onto the crank, or are you not holding onto it?
Yeah, he has it like.
Okay. You feel like the crank is starting to move on its own. Like, I need you to give me a strength saving throw to see if you can hold the crank down.
I'm imagining this isn't a spell or a magical
Nope.
effect, is it? Okay. That's a 19.
19. You're holding the crank down, you can feel it trying to move, and you can hear the gears inside the phonograph just like.
Oh, he's gonna.
And for the people upstairs, the wax
Oh, no.
figures, it looks like they're like starting to move, and they just kind of stop.
Uh,
Yes.
Pit, could you go upstairs
And,
at the door?
and bar the
No.
door.
At the door. If they need help, let them call for us. We'll stay here. I'm gonna have to hold this.
Oh, okay. And Pit's gonna run up the stairs.
Okay, you guys hear coming up the stairs.
What did you do?
The professor's heading out, like heading back.
Okay. As you do take a step away, Professor, you hear something move behind you. As you turn and look away and then walk away, you hear a movement behind you.
I imagine the suit just pivots.
And
Turns
the
around.
wax figure you're looking at has taken a step off its platform but is frozen still.
Back step,
Okay.
stepping back out of the room.
Okay.
Professor Thalia?
Yes.
Um,
What's going on?
Eliott's struggling with the thing. It's trying to turn on like it has a mind of its own or something. What's happening up here? There was thuds and tings.
Yes, I think you definitely heard something.
Did I not say that?
There's a bunch of freaking kids in this room, and they're kind of sturdy. Like, it kind of hurt my foot when I kicked one of them. Like, ow.
Do we have any reason to stay here?
Pitt's gonna use message to message Eliott and just be like,
1 second. I don't remember some of the restrictions on that.
120 feet.
Okay, you're still within that, of course, but I know there's some other ones I'm positive.
It can go around corners.
It does not penetrate the floor. Magical silence, 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, a thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood block the spell. The spell does not penetrate the floor.
Right, but there's
The spell
a
does not.
stairway,
Right.
correct?
Doesn't penetrate. And I know it says it doesn't have to follow a straight line, it can go around corners. I'm just saying the spell doesn't penetrate or reach the location you're thinking of, Pit.
Just to the professor and them just. So what happened up here? Did you see anything?
Yeah, a bunch of kids.
Are you looking at the kids still, Thalia, or are you back in the...
Oh, I moved out into the hallway.
Okay, you can hear little footsteps.
Fucking kids, man. And she's going to just pull out her weapons.
Alright. As the kids get to the doorway of the showroom, they all freeze and just stop moving.
Oh fuck! This just turned into FNAF security breach in the basement, and I really hate it. I really fucking hate it. Pitt's just gonna yell down the stairs. Eliott, there's a problem. Madeliene.
Keep a hold on the crank. I will go figure out what is the problem, and I'll run upstairs.
Okay. As you're walking up the stairs, can you give me a strength saving throw, please?
Oh boy. This is gonna go great, y'all. That's a 7.
7. You
Okay.
get halfway up the stairs and you kind of just sink into the stairs a little bit, like they're not actually wood.
Oh no.
Ugh.
And you're currently restrained. And Eliott, you
I
see
will
that just Madeliene walks up the stairs and just
Well, could you assist? Either grab the crank or grab Madeliene.
he
I
walks over to Madeliene and says, "All right." He's gonna try pulling you out. He pulls you out of the stairs, and you can finish your climb up the stairs.
Beautiful. What is going on up here?
It's
Gestures
just, like,
wildly
gesturing.
to the children at the door.
All right. Are there doors on these 2 wings, or are they
Nope.
just open like alcoves?
Open alcove, like big
Right.
open chambers. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. The music box. The music is continuing to play. So let's get out of here. We go. We run away. Eliott is holding it firm, but if he let's go, we have to fight all of these children and everything else. Let's go. She's just like motioning. Also, watch that step. It is wax. Don't step on it. Let's go.
Oh.
Raphael.
Can't leave Eliott down there.
Raphael. You hear Raphael go, "Oh fuck!" And then he pulls himself free and gets to the top of the stairs. You can see up to his knees are just slick with wax.
Prestidigitation.
Okay.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah, he sees the children. Okay, let's go, everyone. Eliott, we're leaving.
Right?
I'll go back down to Eliott.
Okay. Are you going back
do
down
we
the
think
stairs?
Don't go to that stair.
Can I leap down them?
You will take falling damage because it's a decent, like, you'll take like a d6 of falling damage if you leap down the stairs.
Stay put, stay
Okay.
put. It's okay, it's okay. He is going to keep the hand on the crank, but pick up the device, and he's going to make his way over to the stairs. But he is going to, as he gets to that part that Madeliene sank on, he's going to shove
Okay.
the device into the wax of that stair.
Strength saving throw just to see if you don't get restrained with your hands going
Okay.
into it.
Oh no.
Ugh.
It's not bad. 16.
16. You shove it in, and the wax starts to like grasp a hold of it and pull it down.
He's going to try to push
Yeah,
as much
you
as he
push,
can.
You pull your hands free from the wax. You don't hear any music.
And he's going to back up a step, and the wall, if I remember correctly, it like did a round. He's going to run at an angle, and he's going to try to essentially wall run up and try to jump past. Like,
Do you have the monk feature that lets you do that yet?
oh, I don't think so. Wait, let me see. I don't think I do yet. No, I don't. But he is, yeah.
Okay,
he's gonna still
dexterity
attempt to do
saving
it.
throw. Not an acrobatics check.
All right. 15.
15. You run on the wall, and as you're like running up the wall, you can feel the wall sticking, and you're pulling like strands of wax on the base of your feet, but you get to where you get to the top.
And he's gonna kind of usher.
And then as
Let's
you
go,
get to the
let's
top,
go.
you can hear music reverberating through every surface in the house now.
Oh, great.
Like the crank, you can see like bits of the house are like melting in places.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Oh yes.
Okay, Eliott,
Elliot's gonna.
you guys get to the front door. Eliott, your shoes are slowly sinking into the floor.
He snatches him up.
Okay.
He just hooks his fingers into him as he proceeds out.
Okay. You get
With
to
the others.
You get to the front. You all get to the front door. It's locked because I believe you locked it from the inside. It's just got like one of the little like. You can just easily turn the lock.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. He did just have one of those. That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. It was just
So
a latch
you're
lock.
you like run to the door and you're like banging on it because it's locked. And you forgot. You look down and you're like, oh.
Right.
And as you're all running towards the front door, you can hear things moving quickly behind you, like along the floor. And then as
I
soon
will
as
hazard a guess behind.
As soon as Milton looks
Like-
back, they all freeze, and you can see the children are running on all fours. And on the ceiling, there's more wax figures like crawling along the ceiling, like they're like coming out of the walls.
I hate this so
Oh,
much.
yeah.
Just
But you get to the front door. It's swung open by Eliott. As everybody pushes
Ellie's
out.
he's gonna unclasp his he's gonna drop the shoes into the yard, but he's gonna unclasp his physician's bag and pull out a like
A
medium
gun.
size a little torch.
I'm a healer, but
He's gonna pull out this
Call an
torch,
ambulance.
and he's gonna light it.
Okay.
He's gonna use his tinderbox to light it up, and he's gonna wait for a second
Mm-hmm.
at the door.
Yep. The wax figures are all
Then he-
frozen. They're not moving.
He's just gonna drop it right there at the front entrance. Does anything begin to catch, or is it melty?
It's all
melty wax. Okay, he's gonna pick it up and he's gonna hum it in as he closes the door.
Okay. Come on. Make an attack roll.
Okay. Is it improvised
Yeah, it'd be
weapon?
improvised
I
weapon, yeah.
imagine. So that's what, strength?
You're throwing it, so it'd be dex.
Dex. Okay, so I'm not proficient, so it's just a dex check here. Oh wow. 19.
19. You can see a tendril of wax kind of shoot out to try to grab the torch, but it misses.
Okay.
And the torch just and then sinks into the
Okay.
floor.
Picks up his shoes and goes back to the others.
Okay. You get out on the street and nothing looks different from the outside. It's just the inside that looks weird, and from the outside you can see all the wax figures slowly going back into the walls.
Thanks,
It's
I
gonna
hate
put
it.
his mask back on and retie it.
Okay, speaking of, what does Thalia's masquerade outfit look like? I let everyone describe their masquerade outfits, including the mask.
Okay, so since apparently her circus outfit is not great, she's switched to a red silk tux with the red kind of brocade vest underneath.
Sweet.
The overcoat has her signature tail that just misses the floor. Like, just misses the floor. Her mask, again, has the beak. It's one of those ones that, like, the half face with the beak. It's red with, like, the black trim around it. Definitely bedazzled. And then she's wearing, like, the 3-point hat with a red feather.
Okay. Yeah, you all get out onto the streets, and the wax figures slowly start to meld back into the walls.
I prestidigitation everyone, so we're all clean at least.
Okay.
He's gonna put his shoes back on, tie them up, and he's gonna put the his tailcoat back on as well.
Alrighty.
And he's going to open his cigarette case, and he's gonna put a cigarette in his mouth. Like, so his mask is like a beak that like covers like this, but he's gonna put it in there, and he will use the tinderbox to light it, and there'll be like little trails of smoke that kind of just occasionally waft out to the sewer, I imagine, at this point.
Oh, that reminds me. And Raphael reaches into his robes and he pulls out this silver kind of flask-looking vial, and it's stoppered with like a silver raven head, and he hands it to Pitt. You look like shit. Drink that. It's a healing potion.
Yeah, Pitt's not arguing. She almost died. She just.
Oh,
Thank you.
Okay, roll 2d4 plus 2.
Come on, D&D Beyond. 4 plus 2 is 6.
Alright, you heal 6 hit points.
You know what? That's better than nothing.
Elliott's gonna take out the 3 vials of acid, and he's gonna keep
Give
one.
them to Pitt.
No,
Drink
he's-
these!
Have
Drink
this. I'm a medical professional. No, he's gonna give one
I'll see
to.
vitamins in there somewhere.
He's gonna give one to Madeliene,
Okay.
and he's gonna give the other to Thalia. It's acid corrosive, so you should be able to throw it, and maybe it will eat away at some of the acid that, or the wax that these, if we come in contact with the skin. or maybe just uncork it and splash it on it, if you will. But I would refrain from fire. And he gives Pitt kind of like a pointed look.
You're muted.
Muted.
I will say that, it was effective.
It was effective, yes, but it also had some drawbacks. You he kind of gives Pitt's face a look over because I'm pretty sure Pitt got pummeled with some of the fire damage. Yeah. You have a residual burns on your skin, so as if hot wax hit your flesh.
Does it smell like burnt meat, Justin?
No.
Okay.
Okay, Raphael, Madeliene, do you know where the nearest sewer grate would be?
Raphael points about 20 feet away.
Easy enough.
I just don't know where this one goes. The only layout that I really know is, well, it did kind of drop in near here, so this might actually be a good place to dip down into.
Alright. Best to get off the street.
I mean, it's made of wax. It probably left a trail, right?
Potentially, and it looked
Awful.
Yeah. Maybe it didn't. I don't know. It might have transformed itself. Alright, he's going to attempt to... Raphael, help me. He's going to attempt to pick up the grate cover. I don't know. Is it like a manhole cover?
Yeah, it's like a manhole cover. Yeah.
Try to pick it up.
All right. What's your strength score?
12.
You can pick it up by yourself without issue.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just used to having people that don't have high strength.
And descending down about 15 feet is a crusty ladder made of metal. It's like a weird crust forming on the handholds, because, like I said last session, the people of the city refuse to go into the sewers, so they refuse to put people down there to clean it. So it's just a crusty ladder. He's like, oh yes, my area of the sewer was maintained. I maintained it. This one, we're gonna be getting into a sewer that's not maintained, most likely.
Madeliene will look disgusted and prestidigitate whatever ladder rungs she can reach.
Okay.
Just like, oh god.
The crust just like comes off like someone's scraping like the charcoaly bits on a barbecue. Just kind of comes off like that.
Ooh.
All right, who wants to go down first? Me? Okay. All right, he gets down and he's like, it's very filthy down here, and you can hear like a as he's taking steps. He's like, we're about 2 feet deep.
I don't care. And
yeah, you got armor. You're a suit. You're just like, yeah, whatever.
yeah.
So you make your way down, and yeah, it's like 2 feet deep of just congealed fat on the surface, and then just sewer waste. 2 feet deep is waste. Just. Raphael's like, oh. He's like dry heaving in the corner, just. All right, it's safe. Just don't have any open cuts.
Madeliene will look down at the hole, look down at the group still up top, and say, even though when I suggested that we come here, I thought we'd be coming back to my house, and it would be wonderful. We could have a good meal and sleep in a good bed. And she just continues to mutter as she climbs down into the descent and descends.
I also recommend no open flames in this area as well.
It could just feel the eyes towards her.
But Eliott just takes a cigarette and flicks it.
Down the manhole?
Yeah.
Yep. He waits till everybody's down and he looks and he's like, good luck. He flicks it off. Eliott will be going last. He'll wait till everybody else is down.
Eliott will. Is it like the ladder where you could like hold the sides and just like slide down, or do you
Yeah.
have to like
Yeah,
go
you can,
down?
Yeah, you can Dark
I
Souls
want
slide down
to.
it.
I want to slide down this ladder and like
Okay.
make as big of a splash as
Oh
of the
God.
gunk.
How much? Okay, yeah, you slide down, and as you hit into the gunk, it's not like water where you can displace a lot of it, but it's like leaping into mud, and it just splashes up and coats Raphael and whoever else is down here. Just coats them. Just
Madeliene is near tears at this point.
Raphael's like, there's something chunky in my mouth.
Just prestidigitation, everything. Once everyone's clean, Madeliene will create a little snuff box, and she'll just hold it at her face.
Prestidigitation isn't helping out too much down here.
Yep, I assumed.
Because as soon as you clean somebody, they're just instantly filthy.
It's like putting water on your windshield on the highway in the winter.
Yeah.
It doesn't do anything, but it makes
How
it
to
feel
get that
better.
-40 shit, dude?
So, that just leaves Pitt and Eliott at the top.
Before Pitt goes down, Pitt's looking at Eliott, and they just go, so later tonight, when I'm done my 4 hours, you, want to help me clean this? And she, like, knocks the side of her leg.
Of course. It's whenever you're done with your trancing.
And I'll give you, tonight you can ask me one question. Any question.
All right, I'll have a think about that.
And then Pitt, looking at the hole, is Thalia right underneath them, or have they like moved over to the side?
I don't know.
After splashing everyone with the gunk, Thalia would have moved to the side.
To follow that up, Pitt's looking at that. Would Pitt be able to cannonball down this thing?
Oh my God.
It's 2 feet deep.
But, like,
That's all I'm gonna say. It's 2 feet deep.
But
Pitt's just gonna follow up Thalia's slide down, and she's gonna slide down as well because it looked like fun.
Okay.
It was a lot of fun.
That was.
Reminds me of being back at the carnival.
No, just leave Eliott at top.
Eliott will look about, making sure, and he closes the hatch. It's good. Now he will begin to climb down, and he'll grab the hatch and the cover, and he's
Okay.
gonna pull it over his head.
All right,
as
it's pitch black down here. So who doesn't have dark vision? I think everybody does actually.
I don't.
You should.
It's not one of my features.
Let me double check. I might have forgotten to add it.
Okay. Well, if so, we could assume that it's because I didn't see it on there.
Oh yeah, you don't have dark vision, Eliott.
Okay.
Raphael doesn't either.
I have 120 feet. If-
I had 60 feet of it.
All right, the person who can see the best in the dark should lead. Yes. And you can tell like Raphael's facing a different direction, like he's talking to a wall or something. All right, how's that sound, everyone?
It's this way. You're
Here.
facing the wrong here. Just
Hold my hand. I'll lead you.
No,
Pitt's
thank you.
gonna.
Your hand's
Ooh.
filthy.
do we have a
Wipes it
direction?
on the pants. Here you go.
You feel like another filthy hand grab onto yours.
That's okay. I live in a tent. There's probably not regular showers or baths.
Thinking back to when the blob creature went down that drain, or I guess whatever it was, were you able to get like a direction that it went after that?
Nope.
Okay. Sir. Do any of you know which way we should go?
And can any of you see in the dark really well?
Yeah,
yes.
Like 120 or more?
yeah.
Yes.
Sorry.
Who has the best perception?
I
I got a +3.
yeah, I have +2. So not me. But I can see in both magical and non-magical darkness. So could I help Pit?
I mean, I'm down for that.
Okay.
Teamwork.
All right. Do you see anything that could tell us like what direction to go in?
Looking around, does it look like there's any paths down here?
Well, yeah. There's a path that goes forward and a path that goes backwards. But either both of Pit and either everyone with dark vision can roll perception checks, or because Madeleine's helping Pit can roll with advantage. Or everyone else minus Madeliene can roll perception checks, and then Pit can do so with advantage. Whatever y'all want to do.
What does everyone want to do?
I mean, I can roll a perception check.
Everyone roll
It's
perception
not-
checks just to speed it up.
Okay.
Pit, you get advantage.
Sweet. $16.
Okay. Thalia.
7.
All right, Professor. Okay. And Madeliene, you were helping Pit, so Pit. Further down the northern tunnel, you can see solidified like hunks of wax kind of just floating on the surface of this filth.
Pit's gonna point that way and like nudges Madeliene, just like, hey, look, the wax, the wax. Let's go.
I
Let's go.
sincerely hope that's wax. No, I'm kidding. This way, everyone.
Pit's gonna start
do you
walking
have-
with Madeliene.
All right, marching order because it's very narrow in here.
Would you like
Professor-
to go behind me?
Professor will be as close to the front as possible.
All right, so who's in the front? Very front.
I'll go in the very front.
Okay.
Okay.
And then Professor. Who's behind the Professor?
I will go behind the professor.
All right, who's
as
behind
I was
Madeliene?
assisting.
Too slow. It's Raphael. Who's behind Raphael? Oh no, Raphael's holding on to Thalia. So
Eliott will
Tell-
kind of Madeliene, Professor, Pit. Hello. I hear you. I can't see you anymore.
Oh my! I have 2 hands. Hold on here too. Come on, let's go.
Well, you need your hands. Someone else.
Yeah, here, I'll hand Eliott my because my suit has tails.
Yeah.
So I'll hand him the back of my jacket.
okay, so
Just
it'll be
hold on to that, you'll be fine.
okay.
The professor is actually going to use magical tinkering and go over to Eliott and like take like a button on his outfit and then just give that a light, make it a little light source.
Okay, a 5-foot radius of light.
Yep.
Mark it off. And now everyone can see.
amazing.
There's like a tiny little light source. Like. Oh, now we don't need to hold hands.
Oh, I'm so heartbroken about that.
Eliott, stay within 5 feet of me, please.
All right.
We can hold hands. if you
Madeliene, I'll
want.
be right behind you.
What? All right.
So it'll be Eliott, Madeliene, Eliott,
Yeah.
Raphael, Thalia.
Okay.
Cool.
So yeah, you can see a trail of wax going down the tunnel. Then we'll say the tunnel straight ahead.
And Pit's going to start following it,
Okay.
but also looking around to see if more starts like trailing off in like a separate direction
Okay.
or anything.
Nope.
Anything on the ceiling?
Nope.
Okay.
This sewer is about 5 feet wide, 5.5 feet tall. And as you follow this trail of wax, you start to get into like after about an hour, you get into like a familiar kind of area of sewer, and you recognize this is kind of getting back to where Raphael's kind of base of operations is in the sewers. And following the wax trail, you find yourself standing before the large metal door that serves as the entrance to the headquarters. But that fatberg, that congealed ball of fat and waste and linens, is nowhere in sight, like it disappeared. And down the adjacent tunnel beside the one where Raphael's headquarters are, you can see globules of solidified fat, waste, and wax trail down this tunnel, and some of this wax and fat are smeared along the walls and ceiling.
Gross.
Does the door look to be disturbed at all?
Nope.
Horrifying. Shall we continue, I suppose?
Yeah,
Oh,
let's.
oh yes. Follow the trails, yes?
Okay.
It's pressing on.
Okay.
Delicious. Good soup.
Good soup. As you continue on, the wax and fat congealed tunnel eventually comes to this massive open chamber where water pours with immense pressure out of pipes all over the walls and down into a very deep reservoir that takes up almost the entirety of the center of this chamber. The reservoir, like the drop down into this reservoir, is about 60 feet. And the walls are slick with grime and just sewer slime. So falling down there is going to be a very hard time to climb back up. There's just no handholds. On the opposite side of this chamber, from where you entered from, is a rusted, fat-encrusted portcullis that seems to block off another tunnel. Glass coffins have been built vertically into the walls of this chamber. There's easily hundreds of these glass coffins, and inside each coffin is a humanoid figure in masquerade outfits complete with masks. There's also a steady... Oh, that's a wrong sound. There's also a steady dripping noise that you'd expect in a sewer. Can everyone just give me perception checks, please?
This based off visual.
Visual or hearing.
Okay.
And there is a light, so there's no disadvantage
Oh,
on
okay,
those perception
okay,
checks anyway.
okay.
Yeah.
I just want everyone to know that I was so close to a 19.
Oh,
I
and
was so close.
and spanning across the reservoir pit are numerous wooden walkways that look like they were erected a long time ago for like sewer maintenance. Anyways, yeah. Eliott, what'd you get?
13. Wait, sorry. Yeah, 13.
Okay. I don't have a piece of paper. 1 second. I don't need a piece of paper. Okay, 13. That fails. Madeliene
11.
fails. Thalia
4.
fails. Pitt
18.
succeeds. Professor
Natural 20 for a 21.
succeeds. Raphael also succeeds. So, Professor Pitt and Raphael kind of look up towards where the dripping sound is coming from on the ceiling, and you see this much larger amorphous blob of wax. Now, it looks like that wax elemental, whatever it was, absorbed the fatberg that was blocking the sewer, and as it drops from the ceiling onto the walkways over the reservoir, I need everyone to roll initiative, and Eliott, Thalia, and Madeliene are surprised.
Oh dear.
And battle maps, you'll need roll 20.
Roll,
Ha-ha,
roll
fuck.
20.
So, it's basically like a slip and slide down, right? Is that gonna be falling damage if we yeet down into the abyss there?
It's a dex save to see if you can reduce the falling damage by half.
Okay.
Anyways, Eliott, what'd you get for initiative?
14.
Okay. Madeliene.
19.
Okay. Pitt.
11.
Okay. Professor.
13.
13. And Thalia.
19.
19. Okay. Oh. Shit. Okay, sorry. Hold on. Madeliene got a 19. Eliott, you got, sorry, what?
14.
Okay, it should be in the game log, so. Pitt, sorry, what'd you get? 11, you think? you said?
11.
Okay. Thalia, sorry.
19.
Wait, what? What'd you get? Sorry?
19.
19. You got a 19 too. Sweet.
Yep.
All right. You go first though. We'll put you at-
I'm surprised.
That's right. Professor, what'd you get again?
13.
13. All right. So Thalia doesn't get a turn because of surprise. Madeliene doesn't get a turn because of surprise. You guys can move your tokens however you want them on this. Actually, yeah. Who was in the lead? Pitt was in the lead. I'll remove the tokens how it should be. Pitt, and then behind Pitt was the professor. And then behind Pitt was, or behind the professor was who again? I forget.
Madeline.
Yep. And then it was Raphael. I think, or no, it was
Eliott,
Eliott.
then Raphael, then Thalia.
Then Raphael. Then Thalia. Okay. So, this wax elemental, also, or whatever it is now, looks like it's much larger now. It went from large to huge size. And it just starts like slopping along the bridge towards you all. So 5, 10, 15, 20. And it rears up Pitt.
Yeah, I'm about to die. It's finishing its job.
Actually, no. It's going to go like this and engulf Pitt. It is kind of like over on top of Pitt. Pitt! I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Okay, I can do that. I can't do that. That's a 6.
6. You're sucked into this thing. Nobody can see Pitt because they're sucked into this thing's amorphousness nature. Okay, Pitt, you take, as you're engulfed by it, you take...
Am I suffocating?
Yeah, you can't really breathe inside of this thing. I'm so dumb. Math. You take 15 acid damage.
So I'm unconscious, making death
Okay,
saves.
you can't breathe, so you're unconscious and you're restrained.
Oh, way to start it off, my dude.
And also...
I'll just start making a new character.
Okay. Oh, and I forgot. You also... So this doesn't do anything different. I forgot to do the bludgeoning damage, so that's another 10 bludgeoning damage. So that's part of the whole thing. All right. And then that was just because it moved into your space. And then it's going to see the professor standing behind, and it's going to go for 2 slam attacks against the professor with its like big wax tendrils. Just
Super.
the first is a 14
That misses.
and a 21.
That hits.
Okay. So the second one you take 10 bludgeoning damage.
Ooh, gee whiz. Okay.
And Eliott, you're also surprised, right? Okay. Professor.
All right. Professor's going to move off to the side, like that.
You can also just also a heads up for everybody. These pipes, they are 10 feet up in the air, so you can go under the pipes.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're not blocking anything.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, so I guess I'm gonna be right here.
Mhm.
And I guess I'm gonna do the attack. I think.
Okay.
Yeah. Here we go. Pew. 19 to hit.
And that's with your what?
That's the Thunder Gauntlet.
That hits?
Ooh. All right. For 10 thunder damage and 6 necrotic damage.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and that was the that was using the
Yep.
cantrip Booming Fist. Yeah.
Okay. Anything else?
Bonus action. I'm gonna give myself 4 temporary hit points because I need them.
Okay.
And I'm going to do the defensive field. So bonus action, defensive field. Boom.
Okay.
Shimmering bubble
Okay.
goes around the armor.
Alrighty. Pit, death saving throw.
Three.
One fail. Raphael is going to go 5, 10, 15. He's going to run up, sword out, and he's going to make 2 longsword attacks. He pulls his longsword and short sword out. He's going to do 2 longsword attacks, 1 short sword attack. 10 to hit for the longsword, misses. 16 to hit with the longsword, hits. 4, 8, 9, 10 slashing damage, which is reduced to half because it's non-magical. And then the short sword hits, so he's like cutting into this wax, and that is 7 reduced to 3. Alrighty, back to the top. To Thalia, you have a turn, and I'll move your I'll move your token to where it actually would be. There you go.
Awesome. So I just watched Raphael do some slicing.
Yeah.
Did it could Thalia judge that it wasn't as effective?
Yeah, because it's like it looks like he's like trying to cut into the wax, but like he's not really gouging it out that well.
Now, if I were to target the wax with a little bit of magic, would I hit Pit?
No, Pit's got total cover.
Awesome. Does this have
Yep.
a
The benefit,
minimum-
the one benefit of being engulfed is they have total cover from spells, but then also means they also can't be seen. But yeah, total cover from stuff.
Okay.
Specifically, total cover from like attacks and spells.
There is no minimum wisdom on this. So
Are you thinking of?
Thalia-
Are you thinking of command? Or
that would
something?
be so smart, but no, I'm not.
Dissonant whispers.
Yeah, baby. Thalia will whisper something into her hands and just let it out towards this wax.
Sounds good. All right. What do your dissonant whispers sound like? Is it like carnival music or?
Like a clown car,
Oh,
but
awful.
running out of batteries.
Okay. Wisdom save. 9 minus 2 for a 7.
DC 14, so that's gonna be 3d6.
And it uses its reaction to move away. And because it's forced movement, no attacks of opportunity.
So that is 8 psychic damage.
Okay.
I believe that is
Yep.
the damage type.
And it
Yes.
moves 40 feet, its full movement speed. Or is it half its movement speed with dissonant whispers?
As far as its movement
40,
speed
okay, 40 feet.
allows.
So it's also going to bring Pit with it. So that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. And yeah, Pit. Oh, cool. Pit went with it. So just. And does Booming Blade. Does it specify Booming Blade doesn't work on. Time to look up rules. In the middle.
I do gotta say, I love these green cobwebs on the map, Justin.
Yeah.
Unless that's not cobwebs and it's just, like, gross, sticky sludge.
Okay. Cool. So, Raphael and Grandpa can make attacks of opportunity.
Cool. And I believe
Booming,
the
booming thing happens too.
yeah. All right. So let's do the attack of opportunity, and I'm going to use. So it moves, takes the D8 of thunder damage, which is a 6.
Okay.
And then I'm going to, because I have Warcaster, I'm going to cast it or do it again.
Oh, so you're using your reaction.
My reaction.
Okay. Your opportunity attacks. Okay. It wouldn't get to do it twice though.
That doesn't. Oh, it wouldn't, because it starts to move.
Yeah, because you wouldn't be able to
Oh,
do.
then I would
You wouldn't be
get a
able to trigger.
reaction.
You wouldn't be able to trigger booming blade twice.
Okay. I got a nat 1 on my attack anyway.
Okay. And then Raphael's going to swing his longsword. Nope, misses. So the thing just as it like slops down this like walkway. Anything else, Thalia? Thalia. Anything else? Okay. Madeliene.
Yeah. So, first things first, talk to me about these ledges with the glass coffins on them, if you please. How high are they?
Oh, they're not ledges. Those are the walls. The glass coffins are built into the
Oh,
walls.
they're like built. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
And each one of them
Love
has
it.
a body in it.
Okay. Is this
Each-
map doesn't
Nope.
look like
Each
it's
square is
scale,
5 feet.
5, 10, 15, 20, 20, 30. Beautiful. I'm far enough. Okay. I would like to cast Mind Spike.
Okay.
So that is a wisdom saving throw.
10.
Beautiful. That does not pass. So they're going to take 3d8 damage. Did that work? That's 12. Psychic damage.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. And I always know their location as long as they are on the same plane of existence for up to an hour.
Okay.
Ooh.
And how much you
And
said?
that
You said
tries to get
is
away.
How much damage you say it was? Sorry.
12.
Okay.
12 damage.
All right. Anything else?
No. Just gonna make sure I'm well and truly not in the way for now.
Okay.
That's it.
Pit. At the start of your turn, you lose a death save because you start dissolving inside this thing. Because you're gonna take some damage.
Oh no.
You take. Ouch. That's spicy. This thing is also part gelatinous cube, so you're technically fighting a gelatinous cube.
I mean, this would be the first time I got gobbled me swallowed by a gelatinous cube.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why you keep getting gobbled swallowed. You know?
I mean, at least it's not the fucking void bullshit I backed up into. That was
Silver
pretty funny.
linings. Silver linings.
Okay, I'm trying to do the math. Hold on.
Oh no. Besties, did we bungle this?
Pit, how much max HP do you have? Because you take. Hold on. You take 12 plus 4 is 16 plus 3 is 9, or plus 3 is Oh, hold on. 12 plus 4 and 19 plus 3 is
4. Okay, 12 plus 4 is 16.
22
plus 3
plus
is
5.
19.
So you take 27 acid. You take 27 acid damage. What's your max HP?
Wait, math that one more time.
You take 27 acid damage.
So, like, bestie, hypothetically speaking, if my max HP was, like, on a scale of that, but was, like, below that,
Oh,
at, like,
you're
a
dead.
25,
You're dead.
hypothetically speaking, I'm kind
No.
of dead.
You're dead because you're at 0. But nobody knows that. All right. And that's gonna start moving back. So
It's like one of
5,
those surprise
10,
candles. When you burn it,
15,
some people get shiny
20.
click clacks. You just get pit.
25, 30, 35,
What if-
40.
Holy
If
shit,
it
this
was
thing
the
is
shiny
fast.
crick-crack.
And it's technically on the professor's space a little bit. So, Professor, I need you to give me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. 13.
13, you're also sucked up into it.
Cool.
And you're restrained, you can't breathe, and you can't see. And you take 12 acid damage. And also kind of just sucked into it. Alright. And then it's gonna attack Ding Dong. What's his name? Raphael. Miss Eliott.
Right. Eliott has no idea that Pitt's dead, but he's just saw the professor get swallowed up. Eliott is going to move.
Oh, and just a heads up for the professor, you can make a strength check to try to escape on your turn.
All right. Can Eliott move on 5, 10, 15 under the wire, under the pipe here, and still have access to engage this creature?
Yep.
All right. So he is going to pull out his hammer from his sleeve, and he's going to attempt to whack it.
Go for it.
Oh, that's good. With a 23 to hit.
That hits.
For 5 bludgeoning.
Okay.
And he's gonna lift his hand up to his mouth, and with his teeth he's gonna pull off the glove as his hand begins to shift from that blue to a dark purple, and he's gonna flurry of blows. He's gonna go for a regular hit first.
Okay.
Spending a key point for this. For a 19 to hit.
Hits.
That is not great. 4 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And then for the Hand of Harm, which he could replace one of his flurry blows with, that's a dirty 20.
That hits.
And this is 6 necrotic.
Alrighty. Alright. Anything else?
That's it. That's all for him.
Alright. Professor.
Well, I don't just want to sit here and die, so I'm gonna do the strength check.
Okay.
Right? It's just a check.
Yeah, and you're restrained. I just don't know if that causes disadvantage. I think it might just be strength saving
Oh.
throws. Just a strength check, because I don't want to look. Yeah,
Oh,
straight
okay.
strength check.
10.
10. That's your action. You're still inside.
Cool. Yeah, nope. Nothing.
Okay.
All right.
Raphael is going to use his action and attempt to reach in and pull whoever he can pull out. He's just going to reach around in the vicinity that the professor was pulled in, and he's going to try to pull the professor out, which you can do with this thing. Okay, strength check. Alright, Professor, you feel these hands grab onto the armor, and you get pulled out of the blob.
Oh.
And you get pulled out. You get pulled out. You get pulled out. Oh my god. Right here. And then, but because he dunked his hands in, he does take acid damage. 6 acid damage. Alright, back to the top. To Thalia.
Besties.
Oh, before that,
Do
Raphael's
we-
like, oh, we can pull people out.
Besties, do we really need to be here? Is this a thing we need to do?
No.
Oh,
What about your friend Pitt? They're still inside.
you know what?
I have 10 health. I'm not
To be
reaching in there
fair,
and
you
dying.
guys have only known each other for 2 days, so.
I'm sure Pitt is okay, and I'm sure that if they are okay, they are gonna get out and come find us. But like, I don't want to die here. I don't want to die. Period.
All right. So what are you doing?
We're gonna do another dissonant whispers.
Okay. 19 minus 2. 17.
Okay, so half damage. It
Yeah.
doesn't move.
Correct.
So the
4 psychic.
It's 8, 4 psychic damage, and then I don't want to be the first one to run away, but I'm gonna be. I'm so sorry, everybody. Goodbye.
Okay, just down the tunnel. Just
Yeah, just booking it.
full movement.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You just hear Thalia. Nope.
Her little hooves like.
And then. All right. Madeliene.
I will watch as Thalia runs away. Are you fucking kidding me? I will cast Mind Spike again. And use my second level spell. Again. So that's
Wisdom.
Wisdom save, DC 14.
18 minus 2, 16.
Oh, heck. Alright, well, it's going to take half damage anyway. So that is 15 divided by 2, so 7.
Okay.
And looking at how rough the rest of the group looks. Let me just double check.
The only one who can see that
Yeah.
looks rough is the professor.
Yeah, I mean, the professor's kind of our tank. So if he's looking rough, the rest of us are kind of fucked. I'm going to trying to figure out if Madeliene cares enough about Pitt to save them.
It's been two. You've known each other for 2 days.
Yeah. Okay. No, I don't. It's the
Okay.
answer. Yeah, I'm going to stand as close to the doorway as I can.
Okay.
And I can't ready an action, but I'll just be as far away as possible and get
Okay.
ready to run.
All right. That brings us to this thing. It's gonna just. I need Raphael and the professor to make dex saves. Raphael's engulfed.
18.
You're not engulfed. You get to be pushed 5 feet to the side, or you basically get pushed 5 feet through it in any direction you want. Like you can be within
he's
5 feet of it
blocking
in any
off the
direction.
exit, so I guess there.
You can be pushed 5 feet in any direction out of it, so you can be pushed towards the exit.
But from where I was, that I'd have to be going through it.
No,
right?
you're pulled into it, and then when you see it, you save. You get pushed out in any direction you want. Doesn't matter what direction you want to get pushed out in. So you can get pushed into
So
the
there's
doorway.
there's another exit.
Yeah,
to the north?
there's a like a crusty portcullis over here.
Oh, when you say portcullis, does that mean there's a gate there?
It's a big gate that's currently closed. Closed.
Oh fuck. Okay. Does it look like there's a mechanism to open
Nope.
it? Okay. Well then, yeah. Fuck all of this. He'll pop out. Here.
Okay. So Raphael will take the acid damage. So that's 8 acid plus 2. He takes 12 acid damage. And then it's gonna. Ooh. Yeah, you did pop within 5 feet. This is gonna do an attack on you, and it's gonna do an attack on Eliott. Professor does a 8 hit.
No.
Okay. And Eliott, I'm sorry, does 18 plus 6. Or 18 plus 4.
Oh yeah.
Okay. You take 6 bludgeoning damage. And it's your turn, Eliott.
All right. Raphael. Yeah. You watch as he takes off his shoes and kicks them down the hole, and he's going to use the key point for Step of the Wind. Bonus action, disengage.
Okay, so you kicked your shoes down into the hole?
Yep.
Okay, so they fall 60 feet and then just...
And he is disengaging, and he's going 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, running around the edge there. And for an action, he's going to go ahead and dash.
Mhm.
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35,
Okay.
40. Yep. Yeah, he's taken off that way. It's action, bonus action, and yep, that's gonna be it for me.
Okay. Professor Milton Bradley.
Professor's like, fuck this. He's gonna use his action to disengage and use bonus action Sanctuary on himself, so he's not
Okay.
attacking anymore. He
Okay.
is done attacking.
Okay.
He is getting out of there.
Okay.
So 15, 20, 25. And I guess he'll be right on the heels
Okay.
of Thalia.
It needs to make a wisdom save, and it fails, so it just... There we go. He's gonna try breaking out. 14. He breaks out.
Oh, I was one away last time? Damn.
So he's just going to be like, right there. So his action to break out, and he's just like, yeah, fuck it. He's going to run 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, attack of opportunity. Oh, he already did attack of opportunity to try to hit the professor, but Sanctuary. Thalia, you're continuing to run?
Oh, I will hazard a glance behind.
The
to
professor's
see
just
if
like...
everyone else is deciding to do what I'm doing, or if I'm just an asshole.
You see
Other people.
yeah, you see the professor and Raphael following, and you see Madeliene kind of posted up by the doorway still, like the entryway. You do not see Eliott or Pitt.
And we just met Eliott, right?
Yeah, you literally met Eliott like 2 hours ago.
I know I get attached easily and quickly, but not that easily and quickly, so sorry. Bye-bye.
Okay.
I'm gonna run and dash.
And that'll take you off the battle map.
Yeah.
Alright. Madeliene.
Yeah, so in terms of action economy,
Sure.
would I be able to reach into the thing, try to pull Pit out,
You'd have to
whether or not I
You have to get within 5 feet
yes,
of it.
yeah. And if I do or do not, whatever, either they're conscious or they're dead, because I don't know. I would then Misty Step away, because that's a bonus action. Would that work? I know I'd take some damage, but
Yeah, I just don't think you can Misty Step with another person if I'm positive.
no. I wouldn't take them with
Yeah,
me.
you can
I
you can
would-
do that, yeah.
But
But Misty
okay,
Step, you can, I think you can
will-
only Misty Step to a place you can see.
Oh, is there like a corner there? Like that hallway, is it a corner? Or like could I Misty Step 30 feet down the hallway?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not like in the map image,
Yeah, it's a straight corridor.
the straight shot.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll Madeliene will look reluctantly back at the group and then at the monster and then just like sigh and then reach in and try to grab Pit.
Okay. All
It's
All
not
right.
gonna go well. But
You stick
we're
your
gonna
hands
try.
in. You do take acid damage for
Mhm.
doing it, though.
Yep.
You take 10 acid damage. And make a strength check.
Yeah, that would have KO'd me.
It's gonna be no, that's a 10.
Yeah, you reach in, you find Pit, and you pull, but it's a little slippery, and your hands slip off of Pit, and you're
Yep.
not.
All right.
So that's your action.
Yep, I Misty Step away as far as I can, so 30 feet, and then use any remaining action to
Okay,
just
cool.
run.
So 5, 10.
I tried. I'm sorry.
So you misty step basically in Raphael's space, and then you go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and you're also off the map. All right, that'll bring us to the wax thing. You hear it as it turns around, and it sees Eliott kind of going towards the portcullis, and it kind of seems like it doesn't want Eliott going towards the portcullis. Well, Eliott, you're the only one who sees that, so it sees you're going in that direction, and it's gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, and it's going to dash. 5, 10, 15, 20. And actually, dash, yeah, it's going to dex save.
Oh, fuck off. Oh my god, that's a 9.
And
Like, the only reason like gelatinous cubes are okay to fight is because they're slow. So this thing is like so fucking zoomy.
you take 16 acid damage.
Fun. Okay.
Eliott, it's your turn. You can make a strength check to try to break out.
Let's see. If I have anything? No, I don't.
Oh, hold on. 1 second.
Okay.
I gotta see where it was when I dashed. I might have been getting a little excited here. 5, 10, 15. So it was 20 to get to there. Ah, never mind. Not close enough to get to you, so ignore the 16.
Ah!
Yep.
Okay.
It's like it's like 5 feet away. Didn't get close enough. Never mind.
Oh fuck. Okay. It's keeping fucking pace. Okay, yeah, he'll do it.
Oh wait,
He is going
Pit
to.
would have went with.
More of those. Yeah, he's going to action disengage.
Okay.
5, 10.
I think you can you bonus action disengage as a monk.
That's only with Misty Step.
Oh right.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
Oh, you're going all the way around. Okay.
Bonus action. Nothing. Yeah, bonus action. There's not any actively shit that I can do. That's gonna be it.
Okay. Professor, just running. You don't see.
Fuck this.
Okay, you didn't see Eliott coming. All right.
No,
5,
this
10,
is
15, 20.
fucked.
All right.
This is like
Off the map.
that thing. Yeah,
All right.
it's ridiculous.
Eliott or Raphael's gonna turn back and go. All right, you all go. I have to get Eliott somehow.
It's gone. Bye.
Let's meet at my headquarters. I don't know. Fuck. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And Eliott, you see Raphael come running back in onto the walkway. He's like, Eliott, what the fuck are you doing? Let's go. Where are your shoes? Thalia. Still running?
Yep.
Madeliene, still running?
So I'm like 50 feet away at this point.
You're
right?
off the map, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You're not getting back.
So we saw that the Fatberg was gone. So
Yep.
would it be safe to assume that the hideout was compromised, or just seemed to pass by?
That's up to you. I can't tell you that.
Yeah.
And also, you're not going to get there on your turn. It's really far away.
Yeah. I was just thinking I would suggest a different location if it looked like the door had been tampered with at all,
Okay.
but we already said it didn't. So I'll just just to the running to the hideout.
5. The wax thing is going to move towards Raphael, and it's going to attempt to just knock him off. Shove action. That's contested athletics. Raphael doesn't get knocked off, so it's going to use its second attack to try to do it again. Raphael over the side. You all hear a ah! And then a splish. Dex save to see if you can reduce the damage. He does reduce the 66 though from falling. So.
Oh, he fell 60 feet.
Yeah.
Oh, goddamn. Okay.
All right. 1, 2, 3. So it reduces it by half. So half of 16 is 8. And he just splashes down in there. Eliott.
Okay. Elliott's inquisitive. Too fucking inquisitive. He's gonna do 5, 10, and he's gonna uncork the vial of acid, and he's going to try to splash it in a way that it deteriorates enough of a section that he can get through.
All right. We'll split the party. Let's go. All right.
Well, there's no getting past this thing. You have to go
Okay.
through it.
Make a ranged attack. Treating the acid as an improvised weapon.
Okay. Okay. 18.
18 hits,
Okay.
and it has vulnerability to acid damage. And the damage is 2d6.
2d6.
So roll 2d6
Okay.
and then multiply it.
Oh, fuck off. Snake eyes. So 4.
4 acid damage. Okay, just it burns like a little section of it away.
Okay, so
Like
yeah, people
like
have
this
acid.
big.
Yeah.
great. Shouldn't have gave the others away. He will go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Okay, and you can see Raphael like falling and then splash. Okay.
He looks over the edge for a second, considers it, but yeah, no.
All right. Yeah. Professor,
Okay.
just keep moving.
Yeah.
Okay.
Again, fuck this. This is ridiculous.
Raphael is going to swim half movement. 10, 20, 30. That's his movement. Eliott, there's bodies down here. There's things floating. Thalia is still running. Okay. Madeline's still running.
Yep.
All right. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
Ooh, fuck.
Eliott.
Okay. Fine. This is gonna be fun. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
You can use an action to try to pull the portcullis up, just so you know.
Yeah, that's where he wanted to put enough
Okay.
distance, and he's moving up to here. Can he attempt to? Can he? Oh, he can actually pull it up, or can he try to like break off more pieces?
Yeah, you can make attacks on it too.
Okay. He'll use his light hammer.
Okay, make an attack roll.
Okay. 17.
Just hits.
Ooh.
Big metal portcullis. So yeah.
5
Okay.
bludgeoning.
Yep. So you dent in some of the bars. You can keep going because you got your You got your monk shit.
Yeah, I can't. Wait, let me see. Bonus action.
Like you're damaging it, just so you know.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, they're not. Unarmed strikes aren't considered that though, unfortunately. Fuck. He'll. That was most of his movement too. He can't really do anything else with it. Fuck. Sucks.
Make a perception
he's-
check, actually. You don't need to make a perception
Okay.
check, actually, because it's lit up in here. It's also lit up on the other side of the portcullis. Down a bit, you can see what looks like parts of those metal skeletons on a table.
Fuck. Not even where I want to go.
Like the head,
all right.
like the head pieces and those boxes. Kind of like this is where all those pieces are stored. Is down this tunnel, the explosive stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I
And then the
was.
tunnel keeps going.
I was here, so that's 5, 10,
Portcullis.
15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Ding! And he just runs. Just trying to
Okay.
do what he fucking can.
Professor's still running. He's gonna try to climb the wall. It's very slick, so he's gonna try climbing. Just he gets about 5 feet up. Splash. Thalia is still running. Madeline's still running. Waxy, wax on, wax off. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Eliott.
Elliott's gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. He's going to unclasp his doctor's bag and pull out some rope. He's gonna tie a knot.
Okay.
He's gonna use his action to tie a knot at the where like this one of these sturdier pieces of this bridge. He wants to attempt to tie a knot. Can he tie a knot?
Yeah.
Okay. And he dives in.
Okay, dex save to
To the
see if you
water.
can reduce the damage. Unless you have slow fall yet.
I do have slow fall,
Okay.
so I can reduce it by 20.
Okay, let me roll for it.
Okay.
10, 14. You would take 23 bludgeoning damage, so you just take 3.
3.
Because you just.
Rope is hanging about 10 feet above the water, but
You can-
he's in it.
You can also make a dex save to reduce that 3 to a 1 if you want.
Oh, yeah, why not?
Okay.
Might as well.
Yeah.
Natural 20.
So you
25.
take 1 bludgeoning damage from a 60-foot fall.
Okay, so I add 2 after that. Okay.
So you dive in, just.
Into the water, yeah.
And as you dive in, there are some chunky stuff floating around, like bodies and stuff. Alright, you're in the water.
He'll swim back. He won't swim back to the surface. He'll stay just beneath the surface where he can
Okay.
see the light barely through this
Alright.
nasty water.
And I'll assume the rest of the party just keeps running. Alright. And he's going to swim 10, 20, 30, dash, 10, 20, 30. So. Alright. Wax thing is just going to. And as it goes back through this portcullis, everyone. Yeah, it's like you can see it. You see it like glide
Can
through
I
the
see it? 60 feet down?
No,
Okay.
but you hear it like you're
I
underwater.
can hear
too.
him leaving.
Yeah, you can hear.
Oh,
it like,
I'm in the water actually.
right.
Yeah, I don't think. I
Never
hear
mind.
it. Raphael would though.
Raphael's like it's
Maybe.
going away, but that's the end of the encounter.
Right.
So Raphael like dunks underwater and motions to, like.
Well, his little button's still glowing,
Yeah,
and he swims up quietly.
it's like it went through the portcullis. I can hear it slithering away.
All right. Let's,
The others are running away as well. He's gonna yell.
he'll look
Hello!
for his shoes. He'll look for his shoes. Are they floating on the surface, or do they sink?
Perception check.
Okay.
Well, what kind of shoes are they?
They would have been like loafers.
So they would have
They're
filled
really
with
nice
water.
ones.
You can kind of see them like sinking.
Okay, he's gonna swim to them before they go
Okay.
away completely. I rolled a 20.
Okay,
dirty
you
20
grab
anyway.
them.
And he'll
They're
make his
completely
way
water.
back.
They're completely waterlogged.
That's fine. And he's gonna attempt to help Raphael to get to the rope,
Okay, you can do that.
which is and then he's gonna hopefully Raphael will help him, and they will
Okay.
make it their way up.
You can both climb to the top, get out of this pit.
He's going to empty the water out of his shoes and put them on. Grab his rope. He's gonna try to do this quietly too.
Okay, you can do it quietly.
Yeah, and he's unfurling up his rope, retying it, putting it back in his bag, clipping it, and he's gonna let's go
Okay.
with the others.
What are Thalia, Madeliene, and Professor doing? Still running? Okay.
Back to the
You-
base of operations.
okay,
I
you-
suppose.
Okay. You get to that door.
Can I open?
Yeah, it is locked.
I will pull out. I think it's still
It is.
it's still thieves' tools. So
Correct.
we'll go ahead and do a check with that, I suppose.
All right.
Right. So I think that's what is that? It's like a dex check plus proficiency bonus.
If
Yeah.
you're proficient with use tools, yeah.
Yeah. Nope.
Okay,
7.
you're working on it. At this point, you can hear like running down the corridor, like, and you see Eliott and Raphael round the corner.
Oh, thank goodness.
Okay, I mean, I totally believed in you the entire time.
Uh,
I think your friend Pitt is
Raphael's like,
no longer
apologies,
living.
condolences.
When that thing slithered through that portcullis, did it leave Pitt's body, or was it?
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah.
body?
Pitt's body would have not went through the portcullis. Eliott and
Would they have grabbed it?
yeah.
Yeah.
So you
Eliott
can see
would've grabbed
Raphael's
it.
like Elliott's holding Pitt's body.
That fucking reliquary where that goddamn snake is fully.
Oh, that's
dead,
right.
too.
No,
Great.
no, my baby, no.
How much health does a snake have?
Probably like
I mean,
one.
like it was a
The
magic
snake's like at the bottom of the reliquary.
Oh.
Pit
Actually, you know
would've
what? No,
just
you know
been, like
what?
holding
You know
on
what?
to
No.
it.
The snake was protected by all the wax that was coating Pitt, so the snake's fine.
Yay.
Pit would have protected it like
but
her
Pitt's
baby.
body is like, the wax is already like hardened all over Pitt's body. It looks real bad. It looks rough. It looks like someone like, it's like, you know when they find those like frozen mummies that are just like frozen in like a state of like screaming? That's kind of what Pitt looks like.
All right. He will come back carrying the body. Raphael, open the
Oh,
door.
she's dead, or they're dead.
Very good.
Oh, they're dead.
Oh, flex tape can't fix that.
Oh, that's Raphael's
Oh,
like,
out
oh,
of the
yeah.
bitch.
Raphael's like, yeah, hold on, and he opens the door. He pulls out his key ring and unlocks the door, and you can hear him like fiddling with like some locks, and then he opens the door. He clears off the table where the blown up body was, and he's like, you can put them here.
Put Pitt's body down.
Okay, it's
Wait,
just,
are
it's
we,
just
like-
like,
Are we dissecting Pitt?
yes, no.
What?
You don't
No
need
reason to
to.
direct.
I'll be not.
Well, I want to see.
Elliott's-
I want to see something.
Yes.
I want to see how. I'm just curious. Or not Elliot, Raphael says, yeah, I'm just curious about something. And he pokes Pitt.
Madeliene is
pokes.
going to slap his hand away.
I'm just.
Will you give me a goddamn second?
I'm a
please?
I'm a mortician. This is my expertise.
Yes, and I've been traveling with Pete since a fucking train ride in the mists. Will you give me a goddamn second to say goodbye, please?
Well, they might not be dead. But Pitt's like definitely like frozen. Like
I look down at Pitt and I look at him incredulously.
All right, well,
Check. Make sure they are. I mean, hopefully they're not dead. but,
Eliott,
I
Eliott,
mean,
I'm more used to working with dead people. Check for a pulse. Eliott.
Eliott will pull out some physician's equipment, accoutrement, and he'll take a small scalpel to clear out a chunk of wax, like scrape away,
Okay.
and he's going
You,
to
you take so you scrape out the piece of wax. Make a medicine.
no.
Make a medicine check, please.
Okay.
Oh god. Oops.
That's a 10.
As you cut off the wax, you kind of go. You cut wax. You're like, oh, that's actually a lot of wax. And you keep cutting. And you keep cutting.
Oh no.
And you keep cutting. You don't go through bone. You don't go through muscle. You don't go through circulatory system. It is just all wax. And as you're doing this, the eyes jolt and look right at you. Eliott and Pitt sits straight
Well,
up,
One of them
oh
would.
god.
and one of them does, and a little needle just starts to slowly come out of the palm. And that's where we're gonna end the session for the week.
Oh.
Thalia had her scissors ready to like take a chunk of Pitt's hair. And she's like,
You can still do it. The hair is still real. But
you know,
yeah,
Pitt's gonna stab a bitch.
so that's,
This is great.
Being a monk is the only thing that saved Eliott in that fucking encounter.
Mm-hmm.
Being a coward is the only thing that saved Thalia.
Yeah, I think the only reason we survived was because we ran. They're like,
Oh,
that was,
absolutely.
yeah, oof, that was rough.
that's where we'll be next week.
So we got a couple items from. Oh wait, sorry, we still.
Oh, good night, everybody. We'll see you next week. I forgot. I thought.